Welcome to Casper the Camry. Now, on the screen, you're looking at a conversation that I'm having with ChatGPT. And this is an example. This is a training. This is an example of how you could use ChatGPT, apply it to real world. In this case, if you ever thought of creating a YouTube channel and you were like, well, it's such a fuzzy idea. I don't know, record about, or maybe I have an idea about the first video. What's the second? What's the third? What's the fourth? Or I got an idea of what I want to record about, but I can't think of any videos to make. Guys, all of this stuff you can put into ChatGPT and get ideas. And this right here is going to help you to see how what I'm saying is true. Now, the best way to use it, especially if you can't type, is to download ChatGPT on your phone. And there's an icon there on another video I'll show you because I'm using the desktop right now. And you can hit the microphone on the icon and speak anything you want to speak into ChatGPT. And when you finish, you hit a button to stop the recording. And then you just hit the arrow to send it up to the screen like you're seeing right here. And what you're seeing right here is exactly how it will look once you post it up. I'm looking down. I was going to show you an example, but really it's not necessary because it's self-explanatory and I might pull it up on the screen, but maybe this will save me from having to do that if I do it this way. I got to find one that I did from the phone. Here's an example. So in this case, I'm on a laptop and I typed all of this out, but this is what I'm telling to ChatGPT. If you look over here on the left, it's going to give the thread a title based on the beginning words of this chat. That way, if you leave here and you start over for a different conversation, a different thread, then this conversation will move over here on the side. Now, these are custom GPTs. I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get confusing. But see, all of these are other conversations that I've had. So you can leave this conversation and come back to it. And that's really what you want to be doing because, it keeps everything organized. So like every time, you can do something called custom GPT that even makes it more organized. And that's what these things are over here. Travel and Invest is about my traveling and investing. From Passion to Profits is about me helping people take their ideas and turn it into a business. Course Whisperer is about taking your ideas and applying it in a way to create a course. One Sparkle is a GPT I made for someone I helped start a cleaning business. Barber Branding is about, branding yourself as a barber as opposed to just being a barber that works in a barber shop. All of these are conversations and custom GPTs that I've made. We'll get to that later. Matter of fact, if you I have training for all of this stuff called AIcanDoItForYou.com. The training is free. Use the coupon code FREE and you'll learn all of that. But right here, I just want to give you even more of an introductory as to why you should go there and get the free training while it's free. Anyway, so I typed all of this in here because what I'm doing, this is like the first or second video that I put on this channel. And it's really a channel, Casper the Camry. I guess you're here. This is one of those videos. It's really a channel that I made in order to grow a following for the car. Maybe I'll sell the car later and I'll sell the business and the person who buys the car gets the whole YouTube channel and the Facebook and all of that. So they're actually buying a business, not a car, which means I could sell the car for more than the book value because it's a whole business. The idea is make the car popular. More people will want it. They will pay more for it and it's worth more because automatically they got that value in the car because I spent all this time making the car popular, if that makes sense. So that's why the channel started. Plus, I spent a lot of time just talking like now, and it's valuable, but what am I going to do with it? Like it fits in no category. So something like this, I could talk about what I want to, it's going to be useful to some degree to someone, but the name of the channel indicates that only thing that you can expect is that this is a conversation this guy's going to have in the car. Who knows what he's going to talk about? So therefore, anybody who comes at the end of the day, at the end of the day, by the end of the video, you can dislike the video if you want to, but that would be stupid on your part because the channel name is Casper the Camry, which means I can talk about anything I want to as long as I'm in the Camry. I'm fulfilling the name of the channel. Anyway, I do explain all of this which means it would have been much easier on mobile when I'm sitting at the desk. This is what so this is, okay. Yeah, this is part of the training. It is relevant what I just said. And I'm talking fast because I'm excited because of the levels within all of this stuff that's going on. As far as the opportunity and as far as how to twine in all this stuff, the training, the information and all of this, I'm telling you, if you watch this, you are going to be ahead of a lot of people. Anyway, so I'm telling them and this is called context. I'm giving it context for what I'm about to ask it. And this gives you better results. I keep looking at the screen. I need to get used to. As long as I've been YouTubing, I still look at the screen instead of looking at the camera. So that's a tip for you. So yeah, giving it context gets you better results. Another thing that gets you better results is to give it a role. So really, I should have started with, you are an expert at organizing ideas, at giving business advice. You're an expert as a business analyst. You've been doing it for 20 years. That's called giving it a role. Again, all of this stuff is in my training. So I didn't do that, but again, I have custom instructions on this ChatGPT. I talk about all that in training, which means it's still good to do that, but my results are going to be good anyway, just because I have already gave it that default setting. But anyway, so I gave it all that context, and then I explained what the video is about. So that's the context, that's the reason for the channel. Now I'm giving it the context for the content in the channel, what I'm talking about in the video, which is, what sparked this video is an observation I made, because when I went into the grocery store, which I always go into after I leave the YMCA in the morning, I asked them, had they use AI or ChatGPT, and the answer was no. And the answer is always no. Not really, because I already realized it. That's why I was starting on the school. But, realizing how seeing the emphasis on how important it is to get involved and to keep spreading the word, I had to record the video because I'm going to send it to somebody. I'm going to post it somewhere. They're like, oh yeah, Casper the Camry. This is why I made the channel, for stuff like this. So boom, it was on down. I knew I could use it. It's not a waste of time. I know what I'm going to do with it. So, anyway. So I gave it all the information. Like, this is what the video is about. This is why I made it. This is what I'm talking about. And so now the reason for me giving it all this, I need a description for the title that's related to all of this, that fits with all I'm telling you, the context. And I'm also curious because I plugged my training, which I had no intention on doing. It's just that I realized that, and I'm assuming that by them going through the training, as opposed to just playing, because I also say in a video that at minimum, they should download ChatGPT and mess with it. And then I plugged the school at some point later in the video. And I was like, I realized that my assumption is that going through a training in which I give them use cases and I actually show them me interacting with ChatGPT, that's going to leapfrog them in their understanding and the capabilities and the functionality of it. And I say, I want your feedback on that. Am I correcting that assumption? And I also need a description for this video. And this is the title that I use. Do you have an idea for a better title? And by the way, the training is absolutely free. I gave them a coupon code, so it won't cost them to sign up, and it will never cost them. But I will eventually be charging for it, but they can invite anybody they want to and just give them the coupon code, which is free. The name free is the coupon code, the word free. And it says, you're absolutely right in thinking showing the real world use cases and offering structured guidance will leapfrog people ahead in their understanding of ChatGPT. Many who experiment with AI tools on their own might not fully grasp the potential or the best practices for leveraging them. By providing training, especially with examples and practical applications, you're bridging that gap and empowering users to use AI more effectively. Boom. That's what I needed. That's just what I thought. And so that affirmed my assumptions. Now, it gave me the feedback on plugging the training. And it's like, it makes sense. It directly aligns with the topic and it's helpful to frame it as a free resource to begin in. So, I'm not going to read all of this. My point is, guys, I'm reinforcing what the video was about, basically. And that's why I was smiling and I was excited, because this is like a nested loop inside of computer programming. But, the training, the reason for my excitement was because of how powerful this is. This video is showing you me using what the training is about to help me with this video that you're watching. You understand what I'm telling you? And it's a way that you can use it as well in order to do whatever, capitalize on the idea of doing the same, by creating a YouTube channel for whatever you want to create it about. Now, in order for it to eventually make you money, which is, I think, why a lot of people would want to create it, then it has to be something. It either got to be entertaining or provide value or is a resource or education. It has to fit somewhere in there. But 9 times out of 10, it's going to fit in one of those categories. And you might think nobody want to watch it, but there's so many people, millions and millions of people on YouTube, and it's steadily growing, that there will be an audience for your content. It's just little stuff you'll pick up. You can ask ChatGPT now, but you'll pick up on how to make titles and descriptions that are able to pull in people based on what they search and what is more interesting and this, that, the other, whatever. That's getting into another whole video. But anyway, my point is to start it, because you can use this as a tool to help. Or that's what my point was. Like, even watching this and learning this leapfrog you as well, because it should spark all kinds of ideas in your head on starting a business, starting a YouTube, doing anything. All right. And then it gives me, sorry, I get excited. I'm not sorry. I hope you're getting this. Here's a suggested description for a video. It's beautiful. It's perfect. You'll see this description there in the video if you watch the video. We're living in the early, I ain't going to read it, but it's perfect. It gives me the hashtags to use and all of that. Then it said, would you like me to tweak this description? Well, and I said, what about the title? Do you think the title is best or can it be better? My title was why you should get into AI immediately. These are much better. AI from the driver's seat, because it's combining what the context that I told it about what Casper the Camry channel was about, and it's integrating that into the title with ChatGPT. AI from the driver's seat. Why you should jump into ChatGPT now. Do you see the difference? I didn't tie the website, the YouTube theme into it at all. Why you should get into AI immediately. It was just straightforward, direct. This title, when you see this title, is much more interesting. Oh, and I did ask it, should I say AI or should I say ChatGPT? Because ChatGPT is really what I'm talking about in the video, and it's such a small part of AI. So it's mentioning AI and ChatGPT specifically. AI from the driver's seat, why you should jump into ChatGPT now. Don't wait to join the AI wave. ChatGPT could change everything. Riding the AI high is including both of the keywords, important keywords in the title, which I did not do because I'm just going direct to the title. I want to make sure that people, it's descriptive of what I'm doing. And, the minds, as you do this more and more, then you think more creatively. I gotta calm down. I just see this opportunity, guys. I hope you get this stuff, and I hope you learn it. I hope you will even go to AIcanDoItForYou.com and take the free training so that you leapfrog in understanding this and playing with it. Anyway, so I'm going to change the title that I got right now. Here's the matter of fact, this is what I had right here. Why you should get into AI immediately. That's me sitting in the car just recording and talking 13 minutes, 50 seconds. Let me show you the little website that I built for all of this. Well, I'll go back to the builder. So this is a nice looking website. And, if you want to build yourself a website, I'm about to plug something else, then you can leave a comment below and I'll get in touch with you about building you a website. This is kind of what I do. But anyway, hey, that's all I got for you guys. Thanks for watching. And hey, I hope you do something with it. So I guess this is video 2 on Casper the Camry.